Hello, my fire signs. This is Keziah with not all in the cards. High Priestess Key 333. I'm so used to saying with all in the cards. Family, I'm sorry. So, of course, you guys know I do have a main channel, which is all in the cards. If you are here and not there, please go over there and like, share, subscribe, start watching some of the videos and get into it, right? So today, family, sorry it took me so long to get back to the element readings over here, but I've been doing a lot of other stuff, right? Spiritual readings over for the big channel, personal readings. Plus, I have a Patreon. If you're not there, please come and join us. And so many things, right? So back to it, right? With the fire element reading here is all about that fire element. Okay, you could be in an aggressive energy right now, or fire is just what it is, right? It's passion, it's sacral chakra, right? It's also solar plexus, it's sun energy, it's many things, right? Aggressiveness, passionate, right? Whatever you may be in reference of fire element, that's what this read may resonate with you. Now, although we do have fire signs that resonate more with the fire element, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, you may resonate very strongly with this message. But it doesn't mean you have to be that sign to resonate with the fire element at this time. Okay, I had two cards fly out, which was Europa and Sabina. So something about finances and self-love right now for you guys, all right? Because it flew out, but I'm gonna put it back and pull the message for you guys, all right? All right, so let's see. What is the messages or the advice at this time? These are not timestamped. When you see it is when you're supposed to receive the message, all right? Fire element ancestors. What's up with my fire elements? What is it that they need to know at this time? What is it, the energy around my fire element or those who resonate with the fire element? Fire. Yeah, came right back out. Fire element. I say ancestors. Ancestors don't lie, family. Yeah, you got a lot of new beginnings too. But you're going through some things right now, right? You may be going through some things because I got Saturn on your energy at this time, okay? Your internal vibrations, which means internally, and the things that you're dealing with within go back to some things that are trying to transcend on you, which would be Saturn's energy. Now, that energy comes back to let me know about, of course, in the Western, they tell you Saturn is all just about limitations and restrictions and things of that sort, which it is, right? But it also is about it's about your money. Okay, so you may be being a little bit restricted around your finances at this time. There may be things that you may not be able to do right now, right? In reference of some type of situation around your money and your earnings and things of that sort. But the ancestors is telling you with this Saturn energy to make informed decisions. Right now, it's all about using your discernment, okay? It's about you tapping in with your intuition strongly right now. Um, I'm seeing here a lot about father and grandson. Okay, so that's definitely coming out in the energy of fire right now. So if you don't have a grandson, then maybe it's some things going on in reference to father right now in your energy, or maybe you are the father. Or and if you do have a grandson, there could be some things going on around your grandson at this time for fire signs, right? Or fire element. These are the people that are coming up in your energy right now in reference of things that you may be dealing with. It may be some type of situation, good or bad, around those family members. Okay. I'm also seeing some things here for my fire element in reference of dealing with medical. You might have some type of medical situation going on where you have to go see a doctor or a nurse, or there's some energy of nurses. You may be a nurse. You may be doing something in reference of, maybe even nursing school. Okay. Also, Aries is highlighted right now in reference of the energy for what we're in. For our fire element. In the Western, they tell us we are in Aries season, although we're still in true sidereal in Pisces season. But the Aries energy is very strong of what you're sitting in at this time, fire element, which lets me know that goes back to the cause and effect. So what you have caused, you're now receiving or feeling the effects of it at this time. Okay, the law of karma. All right. And also remember that right now is that energy as well for my fire element. Okay. What you put out is what you're going to get back very swiftly and quickly. So be very careful. Okay. Um, there could be something around cremation for some of you guys. You may be having death in the family, so that and I send my condolences to you guys. But there's something around that in reference to cremation for some of my fire elements, or something of that sort. Maybe you guys are deciding on, somebody's being cremated, or maybe you're putting that in your will that you want to be cremated or something of that sort. So that's coming up as well. Also, water. Ancestors want you to remember to drink plenty of water, as well as use water in reference of the element to put out your fire a little bit, so to calm you down. If you get a little upset about some things, with that Aries energy flowing through, Aries is the ones that pop off a lot, right? So ancestors is saying, calm yourself down with maybe taking spiritual baths or doing rituals with water. These are the things, right? Power, money, power, and respect. That's what the energy is right now for some of my fire. Bringing nations together, bringing people together, also is a big aspect of what's going on with you. And I'm definitely seeing some type of, because you see the stethoscope, definitely some type of medical situation. Okay, in the law of cause and effect, ancestors want you to make sure you're taking care of self. Okay, right now is a time for healing. Right now is a time for you to understand that intervention needs to happen. Definitely if you're dealing with a woman or you are the woman, okay? It's all about your self-care right now. Being compassionate to yourself, but also trying to empower self and empower others, is what the ancestors want you to know. Also for some of my, you know, females, make sure you're getting your checkups, like your checkups with the OB and all that, to make sure you're good, right? Just make sure you're doing that, because I'm seeing that come up for my fire element. Fire element right now, you're on the planet for cause and effect in reference of resilience and compassion. So have that for thyself, new beginnings, and also new beginnings in love. I'm seeing a lot of that as well. Make sure you're doing some things that can incorporate alkaline, being alkaline in your life at this time, fire. And I'm also feeling like there's some things that are happening around the home for some of my fire. Okay, fire element. Okay, yes, this is definitely giving you a warning in reference of some type of, if you had an interruption around a home situation, home life, living conditions. I'm seeing there will be some form of intervention, right, that may become positive for you, where there's like angelic help for you, right, on the spiritual realm, especially if you do spiritual work. Some of you, it's like the things that you've done in reference of your new beginnings and in reference of creating whatever it is that you want. Some of it you may feel like it's backfired, but the ancestors want you to know to continue to keep going, continue to keep moving, continue to it's more or less like a warning being sent out to you. Right now, some of you are being elevated in reference of your spiritual powers. You may be working on or doing things to elevate yourself spiritually at this time as well for some of my fire elements, and the ancestors want you to know that it is working. Your angels and your ancestors want you to know that. They're getting ready to upgrade you. You may see an improvement in your spiritual gifts, okay? And for some of you, things that you're focused on, things that you're trying to have happen, you may see like major miracles happen out the blue for my fire. It's like, whatever you're passionate about, especially if you're doing magic. Okay, I'm definitely seeing the magic actually coming through and working and changing for you in a positive way. Love is going to be overflowing for you, and definitely things that you need to work on in reference of your past and healing the heart, okay, of whatever it is, right? Because once that energy happens, let me pull the clarity for fire. Once you do that, fire, I'm definitely seeing things change for you in a big way. Yeah, you coming out of the things that may have happened in the past that didn't cause you, didn't serve you. This is Keku. Keku is about the ending of darkness moving into light. It's about the end of adversity, okay? And that's in your change. So you're going to see like an immediate change in your situation. It's like whatever problems you've been going through, things are about to change and shift for you. It's like I said, it's like you're blossoming into a new perspective or a new change in your life in some shape, form, or fashion, okay? Also, ancestors want you to work with lapis lazuli. I always get tongue-tied when I'm saying that. But I'm definitely seeing a lot of success here, especially when it has something to do with what you were restricted from at one point in time. Things may change for you. Fire. Let me go into this. Hold on one moment. Hold on, fire. Yeah. So answers is definitely saying, you may not see it at this time, but it's definitely some things changing for you. Okay. Something that you may have felt like very down and in maybe even sad about, or very emotional about some things that may be happening in your life, because transition and transformation is not easy. It doesn't feel good all the time, especially when you're not used to what is happening and what's changing in your life. So that's what the answers is saying. You also have Cancer energy. If you have Cancer in your chart, if you have the Ophiuchus energy in your chart in any way, I look at true sidereal. But you got the Ophiuchus energy, which is all about health again. Some of you are enduring some health issues, whether that's weight, whether that's heart, whether that's cancer, whatever it may be. This is definitely coming up for you, okay? And like I said, also in your energy, fire, you have a lot of things to get grounded in, right? Ancestors want you to get grounded. That's why you have the element of water that keeps coming out a lot for you, because water calms and puts fire out. So it's like right now you need to, ground yourself or incorporate water in some aspect of your life, and even earth, right? Grounding. But I am seeing a lot here around what you have endured in reference of health, in reference of, the things that you've sacrificed, because the ancestors is showing that this is all about you breaking those cycles and things that you've maybe had happen in your life that have been repetitive cycles. And you may have been paying for other people's problems and doing a lot for other people. And now it's like time for you, right? It's time for you. It's time to change some things. It's time for you to sacrifice some things and start working on self, okay? Because the law of rhythm is here. So it's like you may have been out of, a rhythmic type energy, which would raise your vibration, but instead it could have been lowered because of the sins that you were taking in reference of helping other people, or the sins that you're doing within yourself or outside of yourself have been affecting you taking and loving on thyself, because the ancestors gave us Sedina and Cancer together for your law of cause and effect. So these are things that you have caused that are affecting your life at this time in some shape, form, or fashion. It also goes back to, emotional sacrifices. So you have to sacrifice some things that you may be very emotional about at this time. Okay. You also have the energy here of, prosperity and abundance, right? But it's about you becoming stable. It's about you not repeating cycles. You have a lot here about repeating cycles. That means like as if you spent all your money one month and then you went 2 months and then here you go doing it again the fourth month. It's like you're repeating cycles, although you may have 2 or 3 months in between that may be okay. But it's like you got to stop it. You need to just work on having a continuous, consistent way of living. Maybe create you a budget. Maybe start planning things out. Maybe writing things down. Maybe cutting back on, eating out and doing things that don't work for you. And that could also be contributing to your health situation. Okay. But ancestors also want you to know, fire, you have ability to heal thyself. You have a very good niche for some of my fires in reference to working with earthly elements. Okay. That goes back to Leo energy. Okay. So earthly elements are all material possessions, houses, clothes, cars, drugs, medicine, herbs, whatever it may be that is tangible. Okay. The ancestors want you to know you have a way with that. And just don't get synced into temptation. You have to be able to first listen, right? and understand that some things are just tempting to get you to relinquish your earthly possessions as well. All right. So, right now you may be under a segment of judgment. Be careful of your nervous system as well right now, and your eyes. If your eyes are twitching or doing anything like that, right now is the time for you to get your nervous system in order or either checked out. Okay. I think that's all ancestors want you to know. It's a lot of success here, but it's be very careful too and watch your surroundings in reference of any sexual assaults or anything like that right now, fire, because people are being aggressive when it comes to things that are happening in public, or maybe even if you're out somewhere by yourself or something like that. Just make sure you have your head on the swivel for my fire element females, right, that resonate with this. Just be very careful. That also goes back to the warning that you have here, because that's that that's that Saturn's moon. Okay. And Saturn's moon is very intense energy. But all in all, the ancestors just definitely want you to know that you can change a lot of this and you can put a lot of things into play. Continue to, educate yourself as well. I'm seeing here, because with you getting more educated or taking a class or doing some type of training and things like that for my fire element, and being aggressive towards the things that you truly desire, I'm seeing that you can shift these things. Okay. Just be very careful in reference of love when it comes to deception. Okay. And I'm also looking at something around, if you have a daughter, that could also be some type of energy that is here around, a daughter or female aspect of that. Okay. Even mother. All right. So that is your messages at this time, fire. That's what I have for you. They are just quick element messages in reference to what you need to do. Yeah, so I did tell you a crystal and I did tell you some herbs, right? Yeah, so that looks like everything. I will see you guys soon. Much love to you. Hit the like button. Peace.